Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Power Vacuum. I'm your host, Belmont, and we've got some interesting news about the upcoming next Xbox console. We're, about 2 to 3 years away from the average, generational console update. And saw this article from Polygon. So I'm curious to see what it's about. Microsoft just came right out and said that the next Xbox will be a PC. Next generation consoles will be Windows based and not locked to one store. So, yes, before I get into this, the rumor originally, and again, I don't really care about rumors, but this one actually kind of intrigued me. So I did care about it a little bit. Little little bit. Damn, those son of a bitches are close. But the rumor was that they were going to make an upgradable console where you would buy the base console, right, the motherboard and all that, and then it would basically be a plug and play PC console to where instead of selling you a whole new console for $700, you'd buy the upgrade chip or the upgraded version of the processor or the RAM, just unplug the old one, plug the new one back in. Theoretically, this makes the updating to new gen consoles cheaper. And if Microsoft follows this business model and sticks with it, they could be the king of console gaming. They really could be because PlayStation 6 hits, whatever, the Xbox Tower, I don't know what they're going to call it, hits, and um they just go, oh, we're comparable, and then PlayStation 7 starts to come out, and then Xbox Tower just goes, yo, get the new tower chip or the new tower slot, and boom, you're updated. Oh, what's that? The PS7 is going to be $900. Yeah, well, our tower upgrade chip kit is only $400, and you just boop boop, plug it in, plug it out. That was the rumor. Now, did I desperately want that to be for the console? Yes, I would love it because one, it would all not only would it be a big step for consoles, it would incentivize other people to start building PCs and bring PC culture back into gaming. I know it never went anywhere, but it seems that more people game on consoles than they do on PC, and that's because of accessibility and ease of access. And a lot of people just think PCs are too hard to build when they're not. And yeah, PC bros, you got to admit it, they are expensive, right? Don't come and say, "Oh, you can build a real easy gaming PC for cheap," but this next game comes out that you want to play and you got to buy a new $700 graphics card because your graphics card can't push that shit. So, be truthful about it. Are they easy to build? Yes. Can they be inexpensive? Yes. Are they expensive to maintain? Also, yes. But I've digressed enough. Let's see what this article has to say. Microsoft announced Tuesday that it has signed a deal with AMD to co engineer silicon, making the chips, in other words, for its next generation Xbox consoles. President of Xbox Sarah Bond made the announcement in a short video posted on YouTube. That's huge news. If they're going to be producing their own chips with AMD, then yeah, they're going to be able to undercut their competitors' prices by a significant amount by not having to pay import fees on top of the, you know, supply feed because silicone chips are in high demand for every market, any type of electronic, they need them. So that's why console prices are so high because they got to pay a lot of money for these chips. But if Xbox is going to be manufacturing them, they might be selling chips to their competitors. Where was it? In itself, this isn't that significant. Yes, it is. Do not underplay that. That is a significant change for the company. Significant change for the company. For Xbox to be in the business of producing their own chips means that they will have access to them in ways that no other company does. The, who wrote this shit? Ollie Welsh. I put Manuela. That's my horrible, horrible, horrible Welsh accent. Don't make fun of me. Huh. I learned it from Futurama. It says, you know where a guy can get some pants. AMD has been the chip supplier for Xbox since the days of Xbox 360 and indeed for PlayStation since the PlayStation 4. But the way Bond spoke about the platform was quite revealing about the potentially radical form the next Xbox will take. Bond signaled quite strongly that the next generation Xbox consoles, plural, would run on Windows and would not be locked to a single store. This tallies with persistent rumors that future Xbox would be more open PC like devices. The announcement also follows the unveiling of the ROG Xbox Ally, an Xbox branded handheld console built by PC manufacturer Asus, which runs on Windows and provides access to Steam and other gaming storefronts. Yeah, I saw that. I was going to talk about it, but then I realized it was just the Steam Deck 2.0 Windows edition, and I was like, "Oh, okay." It looks very similar to the Steam Deck. It's just got a shiny like Xbox logo on it, and it effectively does the same thing as the Steam Deck, but it's probably going to come pre-installed with both Steam and Game Pass Ultimate if I were a betting man. That's what I'd bet on. This is all about building you a gaming platform that's always with you, so you can play the games you want across devices anywhere you want, delivering you an Xbox experience not locked to a single store or tied to one device, Bond said of the AMD partnership. That's why we're working closely with the Windows team to ensure that Windows is the number one platform for gaming. I mean, it technically is, because Steam runs on Windows. Just saying. Steam's the number one platform for gaming. Sorry, every other console bro out there, but it is. It is the number one play. It has more interaction with gamers than anywhere else. Now, I know I said more people play on console, but that's as a totality. That's Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo combined. There are probably more people playing, but on any one individual market, Steam and PC, they winning, and especially with the Steam Deck, they're probably winning overall. Not a lot of people have it, but I and even if they're not playing, Steam's still the biggest like marketplace for video games in the world. There was even somebody in North Korea playing on Steam until recently. Like the one guy in North Korea that was playing video games online was doing it through Steam. Just saying. Like, yeah, consoles may hold I'm rambling. Let me get back to the article. The Xbox Ally runs on a streamlined version of Windows and has console-like interface, but it's missing one key component of an Xbox console: the ability to play Xbox console games natively. It will only play Xbox games that have PC versions. Really? Okay, so that's actually different. So this is just a handheld PC with Xbox limited gaming and Steam limited gaming. So it really is the Steam Deck 2.0. So if the games that they're accessible are only ones that are on PC, every game that Xbox can play on PC can be played on Steam. As far as I know, I don't think there's any Xbox PC exclusive games. Like I this is just Steam Deck 2.0, guys, with like the Xbox branding. What the fuck? That is so stupid now. I just buy a Steam Deck. Is this going to be significantly cheaper? Is it going to function better and run smoother? I doubt it, but why are we talking about I want to know about the console. Let's move on. Uh, Bond moved to reassure fans that this won't be true of the next generation Xbox by mentioning that it would be a backward compatible. Together with AMD, we're advancing the state of art in gaming silicon to deliver the next generation of graphics innovation to unlock a deeper level of visual quality and immersive gameplay and player experiences enhanced with the power of AI, all while maintaining compatibility with your existing library of Xbox games, she said. Fucking huge run on sentence. Did she say that in one breath? Was it intended to be a run on, or did you just translate it into that? Beyond that, the language of the announcement was vague and deliberately open, couching mention of the consoles within the context of a broader portfolio of devices and as part of the next generation hardware lineup across consoles, handheld, PC, cloud, and accessories. Microsoft is once again emphasizing its "this is an Xbox" messaging that envisions consoles as just one of many ways to play Xbox games. Bond mentioned plural consoles in your living room and in your hands, which might suggest that Microsoft is making its own handheld device, although recent reports say that the in house handheld Xbox project has been abandoned. Yeah, that was what the ROG, they shifted focus away from that and partnered with the ROG. But so yeah, that's not news. You've already said that earlier in this game. They're not doing handhelds, but that is exactly what that means. She's referring to the ROG because they're pushing the marketing on that. I've seen several articles about it lately. Microsoft and AMD's partnership mean that the next generation Xbox won't have access to DLSS, NVIDIA's market-leading AI upscaling technology, which has provided huge performance and efficiency gains for PC gaming and is now doing the same for Nintendo Switch 2. AMD and Sony's attempt to replicate its success have so far been much less impressive. Maybe they know something we don't about AI. Maybe AI is about to have some serious legal ramifications for its actions and well-being, but we'll see. Still, after two console generations of Xbox and PlayStation operating in virtual lockstep in terms of hardware design, it now seems as if they're going to diverge, with Microsoft presenting a very different vision of what game console can be. Interesting times ahead. That didn't. This also didn't tell me anything about the article. Uh, we're getting a lot of swing and misses on articles lately where they boast something in a headline and then proceed to not tell you anything that the headline claims. This is some shoddy journalism, and I don't know if it's just a slow news week or what, but it seems kind of annoying for them to be like, right out and said the next Xbox will be a PC. No, she didn't actually. I just went through it and read what you said. You also put up a misleading article. I just read one about Insomniac's Wolverine game, which the update was there is no update. Like, what the fuck does that? And what is this? They said it's a PC, except she didn't say it was a PC. We're just saying that she said it was a PC. No, they're partnering with AMD, who makes chips. The chips are put in all the consoles. That doesn't make the console a PC. The previous rumor about it being a plug and play motherboard, that would make it a PC. But this is nothing. Another nothing story. Well, I apologize to all the viewers out there who are watching and got to see yet another nothing story from a games journalist organization, but that's all I have for this story. This is your host, Belmont, signing out.